Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Emma. I have one kid and today I want to share with you how we've been using Matthew C as well, give you a good flip through the pages. Matthew C is a mastery based program. It comes with some manipulatives as well. You have a teacher book, you have as well a test book, and you have obviously the student workbook. We've been using this program after we have a few attempts with other curriculums and we noticed that it was not working for us. This has been working very well for us, but I would like to just explain a little bit how we've been using the program before I start showing you guys and giving you a flip through the pages of the program. So we've been using Matthew C compared to what I have heard here with homeschool moms. The program is intended for you to use it with your kid and have him or she doing maybe a few lessons until you can see as a teacher and parent instructing your kid if they have been mastering that concept for math. In my home, I have not used that or implement that type of system. What I am doing is that I have him actually completing all the pages starting from A all the way until G. All the pages. G is a review. So what I do is that we begin from letter A all the way till G, and I have him completing all the pages. Why? Because the first few pages are just to introduce the concept. So he's going to watch the video, he's going to learn the concept, and he's going to practice that concept on the pages. So the first few pages I consider are for them to actually put in practice what they have learned with the video, correct? Just to learn that concept very well. And the rest of the pages are actually for them to just practice and review what they have learned. Page G is for reviewing previous concepts that they have been learning with the previous lessons of Matthew C or previous levels of Matthew C. So for me, it's going to be counterproductive or a disservice for my kid if I don't have him completing all the pages for that specific lesson, because that is the whole purpose for us to go back and repeat and going towards beta, so to the level of beta, because I was wanted to make sure that I was taking care of those gaps. So for me to be jumping the pages and not finishing the entire lesson is not going to work very well for us. So now I feel like he's been speeding through the lessons. So he's been doing maybe 2 or 3 lessons at once each day, because he's finding that is kind of like too easy now for him. But I prefer to still continue going through the entire book and making sure that I am taking care of those gaps and have him just completing the book faster than to start jumping the pages and not to have him completing the program and then realize that he was not understanding something very well and then we have to go back. So that is the reason why I decide to just continue, with the beta until I feel like he has a good solid foundation when it comes to this level, and then moving him to where he needs to go. My plan is that during the summer he can be tackling probably multiplication, which is the level for the next level for Matthew C, which will be, I think, Gamma is the next level that will be coming for him. So I think I would like to see if we can tackle that one during the summer, and then moving towards a division, which I think is Delta, during our next upcoming year. So that is my plan. I still don't know, depends on how we do with multiplication, but I think that if everything works in the way that I have planned, I think we will be doing multiplication during the summer, which is gamma. Then we will move to delta, which is division, and we will move towards zeta. Depends on how we do, obviously, with division as well. So that is my plan. When it comes to Matthew C, what I like is that it's mastery, and it has those manipulatives that I think are very helpful, especially to help them understand the concepts very well. As well, I like that he can watch the video, so he don't have to have me constantly with him, because I work outside. So that is very important for me when I was starting to look for programs. This video is not a sponsor, it's not a material sent to me. This I purchased with the program that we were approved for. So it's not something that I am just coming in here to you guys expressing this because the company has sponsored me in any type of way. It's been working for us so far. The minute that we feel like it's not working, well, obviously we're going to be switching programs, but so far Matthew C is working, and I am planning to continue with it as long as it works for us. So what I like to do is to give you a look through the pages or flip through the pages as well, just for you guys to understand that it does has reviews, because that is something else that I heard, and I was afraid to jump into Matthew C way before. It was because I always heard that it was not enough review. It was not including time and money. It does include reviews, and it does include money and time. Obviously, it's very different compared to what you use with other programs and curriculums, because when we talk about money and they talk about money in Matthew C, what you're using is the same manipulatives that you use when you're doing subtraction and when you're doing addition. So you're using the blocks to talk about money. But I think that is actually helpful because you're using it as a way, in a different way compared to other programs. So I think it's easy to understand in the way that Matthew C is explaining when it comes to money. I understand that it might feel like it doesn't have a lot of review because you finish all the pages from A to F, and then G will be the actual review, and you get that with each lesson. So for me, I do think it's enough review. I would like to see a little bit more, but at the same time, if you add more review, I consider to the program, then you will have too much, I will say. So I think it's enough review for us, and is good when it comes to time, because it's a different way as well to explain time. So I think that it's good for you guys to actually look at the flip through the pages and look at what I am going to be showing you guys about the program, and to understand that when you do Matthew C, it's a mastery program, and as well that it teaches math in a different way. So let me just switch the camera and give you this flip through the pages. So what it is that you're going to be getting when you purchase the universal package from Matthew C, this is beta. So you get access to your digital pack. You're going to use this code that they have in here. You have your DVDs, which you're going to have Mr. Steve, and he will be the one instructing the kids with the DVD. Lasts around 5 minutes, I will say, most of them. You have beta, the instruction manual for the teacher or parent. You have the tests, the workbook for the kid or student, and you have the Matthew C integer block kit, the manipulatives for Matthew C. This is what your kid mostly is going to be using, especially if they are doing alpha and beta. They are going to be using these blocks. I am not sure how much they are going to be using it when it comes to multiplication, but it's good that I have it still here, and that is going to be convenient to have when he needs it. I have been using this with my kid. Now when he reached pretty much half of the book, I noticed that he was not using it that often, but I still have it here in case we have to use it with the next level, which will be Gamma. So let me just start with this flip through. So the package I selected is the universal one, and it includes everything that we were needing. So let me just remove these, the DVD, and I will be showing you probably a clip somewhere around in here once I'm done with this. So I would like to start with the workbook. So this is the student workbook. It's multiple digit addition and subtraction. So I decided to go with beta because we start with a few programs, as I expressed before, and they were not working. I was trying to tackle some gaps that I was noticing. My son started in public school, and I decided to take him out of public school and homeschool. So I was wanted to look for something that was going to help him. I was using Spiral, and I noticed that it was not working, so I decided to go with Mastery, which is what Matthew C does. It's just a mastery program. So I would like to open, and the first thing that you will see is this page. This is where you're going to add the lesson practice, the systematic review, and you have as well the scope or sequence. So you have place value, sequencing, inequalities, round to 10, add multiple digits, skip count 2, regrouping, unit test. So you get after 7 lessons, pretty much, you get a unit test. Then you have lesson A, skip count 10 coins, skip count 5 nickel, money 100, add money, column addition, measure, foot, perimeter. You get a unit test, the second one. 1000s, round to 1000s, multiple digit addition, more multiple digit addition, multi-digit subtraction, time minutes, regrouping, unit test. 3, time hours, subtraction 3 digits, ordinal numbers, subtraction 4 digits, subtraction money, subtraction multi-digit, read gauges, graphs, unit test 4, and the final test. Okay. You don't get the test in these books. That's why you have this test book here. So it gives you the opportunity that if you want to use it, you use it. And if you don't want, you don't need to use it. Okay, so that's what you have this page. So you will make note of the lessons that they have done, as well of the test. Okay, and Matthew C goes by, the lessons go by A, B, C, D, E, F until G, which G is a review. You will see that eventually. So this edition of the beta student workbook includes extra activity pages, title, application, and enrichment. You will find one enrichment page after the last systematic review page for each lesson. The concepts taught in beta build on what was learned in alpha. Some of the extra activities review and reinforce the addition and subtraction facts. Other activities are intended to do the following. 1, provide enjoyable practice of lesson concepts. 2, stimulate thinking by presenting concepts in different formats. 3, include activities suitable for a wide range of learning styles. 4th, enrich learning with additional age-appropriate activities. And 5th, introduce new concepts that may be useful to students at this level. The application and enrichment pages may be scheduled anytime after the student has completed the corresponding lesson, and that will be page G. Some activities may be challenging or require a new way of looking at a concept. Do not hesitate to give the student as much help as needed, and remember to have fun. You can check your instruction manual, which is this one here, for helpful teaching tips. There are no solutions for the beta, application, and enrichment pages. Okay, so for those pages G, you don't have a solution. You don't have it here, but you have a solution for the rest of the pages. I express that the pages are labeled by the alphabet, the letters until G, correct? So you have here the lesson practice. Continues on the back, lesson practice here. So all these pages until pages F are lesson practice, and these I usually do when he has done already with the DVD. So he watched him give him the lesson, correct, the instructor, and then he will go straight to the lesson practice unless he expresses that he has any doubts, he doesn't understand something. So then I go to the teacher guide and I try to help him as much as I can by just following this teacher or instruction manual. Okay, so here is some of the pages. I would like to give you this quick flip through. He is already pretty much done with these. So that's why you see that everything is written. Some of the pages sometimes I decide not to do, but most of them I really have him doing. He didn't like so much to color, so you will see that he answered those pages, but he didn't color on them. I add some stickers just to make sure that I review and corrected those pages that he has done. Okay, so I would like to continue. Systematic review is for F, so he has some systematic reviews in here. So here will be the lesson practice. So let me correct myself. So you have from A to C will be lesson practice. You can see that it says here and all the way on the top here. And then from D to F will be a systematic review. And G will be the application and enrichment. So you have that application and enrichment there. And this is the page that is not included in your teacher or instruction manual. You don't have the solutions in here, but they are easy. So I am pretty sure you will know if he's doing something right or wrong by just looking and making sure that he's giving the or she's giving the right answers if you have a daughter or you have a son. And I continue like that for the rest of the book. He has some word practice in here. He has as well mental practice, and that is what I consider that the teacher manual is very important, something that I think it should be just expressing here. It's very important because they have mental math in here in the teacher guide or instruction manual. So let me just show you one in here. Let me see if I found one. I'm pretty sure that now that I am looking for it, probably I am not going to find it that easy. Let's see if I can find one. Okay, so here you have mental math here. So starting with these lessons, selected lessons in the instruction manual will have mental math problems for you to read aloud to your student. Look for them in lessons 18, 21, 24, and 27 and try a few at a time. So you have here 7 plus 2 plus 8 equals what number, and it gives you the solution right in here. So that is mental math for you. I will show you more eventually. So this is the student book. Always the enrichment will be something different for them. So a different way for them to review what they have learned previously. Pages for quick review. What I like about Matthew C is that it's really simple. It's not a lot of things in one page. It's not cluttered. And my son likes that as well, that the pages are not cluttered. And it just gives him the opportunity to really learn and grasp very well the concept. And if you feel like your kid is not grasping well the concept, remember that you have the instruction manual as well. You have that online version of the manipulatives, and you can find in there an area for you guys to create more worksheets and practice for your kid. So that is very important to know because, well, if your kid needs more practice, it's always good to know that the curriculum or program that you selected has the ability for you to add more if you need to add more, or just to leave it the way it is and keep it as simple as you think your kid will need. So that is important always to know. It goes a lot with skip counting, which I think will be helpful eventually when it comes to multiplication. So that is something that I really liked it. And what I express about Matthew C and the money is that they use the manipulatives when it comes to work with money. Okay, so that is something that is really important to understand. They do review money. They do have a lesson that it talks about money, and they use the manipulatives for the money. If you notice, every time that I think that he did something wrong, I just correct it and we keep moving. And if I needed to just print more sheets from that online version, then I just did that and make sure that he understood. The pages are very easy to come off, so that is something that you have to be watching, but it comes already perforated for you to be able to detach if you need to detach. Let me just go ahead. As you can see, the enrichment, this is a crossword. Different sections have different enrichments for them to do, maybe matching, maybe in crossword, maybe just doing more work, just like that. Application and enrichment, you can see here, measurement. Let me just skip so this video is not too long. But I think it gives you an idea if you can see the pages are detaching. We use these when we do a lot of car schooling, so that is really important to know. Maybe that's the reason why his book is just getting out the pages. Okay, so that gives you an idea. At the end of the book, you are going to find the clock that they are going to be using, and they are going to use that. You're going to do the clock with the manipulatives, and it's a really nice way to do that. So you have 2 pages in here, but you get those pages, the manipulatives as well. So I will show you that in a second. So you have, once they have done with the program, the congratulations certificate, just stating that they are going to be moving towards gamma, which is the next level, which is multiplication. So that's the workbook for the kid. Now I will be showing you the test book, and here is the test. Very simple as well. It's just to make sure that you guys are going in the right path, correct? Hope you guys can see this well. But here are some of the tests. Let me see if I see one that is empty so you have a better idea. Okay, so this one is empty here for you guys. The clocks. And if you notice, we are about to finish with this level of Matthew C to move. My plan is that we're going to move towards gamma during the summer, and we will be able to just move and continue going from there. So that is the test. Here you have the teacher's manual. Let me just start with the contents. You have the contents in here, the curriculum sequence in here, if you need that information. Major concepts and skills for beta, additional concepts and a skill for beta, where to start, how to use the program, the suggested 4-step Matthew C approach, which is a step 1, prepare for the lesson, 2, present and explore the new concept together, 3, practice for mastery, and 4, progress after mastery. Place value and the manipulatives, and you have exactly what he expresses on the video right here for you, a little bit more of instructions, the solutions as well, so you don't have to be looking for that. That is something that I like, that has the explanations very well in detail. So that is something that I really enjoy. And something that I really like is that they add on the back of the book, of the instruction manual, details of how they solve that problem. So if you are in doubt as a teacher, you have in detail the solution. If you notice, is walking you through that solution, through the problems, so you have a good idea in case they are in doubt. You know how to explain that lesson properly. Mental math again. Some of the lessons include mental math. Here you find the solutions. Let me just show you that. So student solutions, you have lesson practice here. Systematic review solutions, lesson practice, and then it goes to the systematic review for that lesson. And as I expressed, they just walk you through the solution so you have a better idea on how to do that. I think that is very important. I would like to take you to the solutions for the test that you will find here. So you have the solutions for the test here, right there. Hopefully that is coming out that way that you guys can see. You have the glossary, symbols and tables, index, master index for general math, and glossary. So that is the teacher manual. Here you have the manipulatives, and let me just show you guys that. This is how they look. The blocks here, you have more blocks, depends on the color, so they can just learn the amount by the color, correct? Here is 4, 3, 2, 1, and the different amounts, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, and I want to show you the last thing, which is the poster, where they are going to be working with the time. Here you have the poster, and they will create the clock with the blocks. And on the back side of this poster, they have the decimal side of the poster. I hope you guys can see that well. Probably it's not going to show too well because it's really big, as you notice. Hopefully that shows a better idea on how it looks. Let me see if I can adjust my camera. So there you have that poster with the blocks. And with the clock, they will be forming the clock. They will get this one here. So they will grab the 5, correct? We'll put them right there. And it'll go somewhere like that. Okay, they will be forming that clock. Depends on obviously the number that is stated in here. Obviously, this is not the one here. I think this is there for the amount of the ones that are asking them to use. Right there. So I think that just gives you an idea on how they will be creating that clock. So you have that one here. And it's easy for them to learn about time. So that is very important. Okay, you guys, so that's all I wanted to show you guys. I hope this flip through the pages and review pretty much is helpful. We enjoy Matthew C. It's been working very well for us. Hopefully continue working for us and that he continues progressing in the way that he's been progressing. I might add something just as review. Not that is needed, but just to make sure, just to calm my nerves a little bit. But so far, it's been working very well, and we are planning on continue using Matthew C. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't forget to hit like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I will see you then. Bye-bye.